This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm Jeff Altman, the big game hunter, the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com and NoBSJobSearchAdvice.com. And this is episode 684 of this show. Sorry, 694. My apologies. And this is what I call the tough interview question, because it really goes right to the core. It really, I don't care what level you're at, it really requires that you dig in deep and make a case for yourself and your candidacy. So this is one I want you to really pay attention to. Hope you find this show helpful and give it 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It does help other people find the show. And by the way, I don't think I've mentioned it this week, but I host another show called Job Search Radio. This show is doing a year about interviewing. Job Search Radio is covering everything else. So between the two, you are getting everything covered for your job search. And now, let's get going. And I'm back with another tough interview question. And this one actually is tough, because you're actually going to have to think. This isn't one that you can give a canned answer to, because of all the follow-ups that can happen afterwards. So the question goes, and excuse me if I read it off the screen, what one skill do you possess that will benefit our bottom line? Now, if you think of the flow of an interview, this could be asked at any time. I like this for an employer more than tell me about yourself, because it gets right to the point. There has shock value to it. The candidate isn't going to be prepared to answer this question. So, you have to work on this in advance. Not only just work on it, but have to offer up examples as you talk. So, for example, if you're in sales, they might ask something like, if you only had one skill you possess, which will be most responsible for helping you land major customers? Now, lots of different things that you can answer there. Talk about organizational skills, ability to motivate a team around a goal, ability to deliver, ability to engender trust in a customer that you and your firm are able to deliver the goods. Great answer. And you can texture that. And from there, be prepared for someone to say, give me an example of when you did that. And thus you have to be prepared to tell a story. Everything ultimately is going to come down to the story and not the generality. And you have to also be prepared for someone to say to you, could you give me a name and phone number of 2 people who worked on that with you? Because I'd like to verify what you told me. Catch that one. So it's not just simply the answer, but it's the texture to the answer that's so important in how you respond. Again, there are lots of different fields. As an administrative assistant, tell me about the work that you've done that's made a significant impact on your on your manager. As an accountant, tell me about the work that you've done that made a difference in your organization. Get the boing factor in there. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for the stories, and be prepared if they ask you to then say, ask you for names and phone numbers, email addresses of 1 or 2 people who will tell the story, who you worked with on this project, and thus substantiate your story. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here's a couple of ways that you can engage with me. The first one is connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/the big game hunter. Mention when you reach out to connect that you listen to the show. I enjoy finding out who my fans are. Next, if you're an executive and you're interested in job search or leadership coaching, email me at jeffaltman@thebiggamehunter.us. In the subject line, put the phrase executive job search coaching or leadership coaching. I'd be happy to help you in either way. I want to be clear, I'm not a recruiter. I'm a coach, helping you play bigger, having a set of eyes and ears on your circumstances so that you don't make mistakes that are costly. If you're not an executive, the best way to engage is with JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I have the best of my information there. Plus, you can ask me questions throughout your job search. I'll answer them. It'll help you. It'll help other people. There's going to be a community of individuals there that you can also get advice from. Again, JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more. In the meantime, have a great day. Take care.